'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty. 'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Hi guys, just doing a quick review for Puss in Boots, the spin-off to the Shrek films. So this was like perfect, man, because everyone just fell in love with Puss in Boots in Shrek 2, and just him getting his own movie just made the most sense. And what we got afterwards, after this movie, was like peak, like oh my god. And to think that the third one could be another amazing movie and actually bring back Shrek, like man, the Puss in Boots spin-offs have been probably the best animated spin-off I've seen, even though I can't really think of many. But man, Puss in Boots, like, such a great film. When I watched it for the first time, just watched it for the second time before watching The Last Wish, the new Puss in Boots movie, which just blew me away and actually been better than this movie, because this movie was like really good too. Like oh my god. Yeah, so basically you kind of find out like some of the origin stories of Puss in Boots, because we didn't really know too much. We know that he was like an outlaw and he was wanted, but we didn't really get to know the full story until this film. So basically he had a friend who was basically Humpty Dumpty, you know, if you know the story, who had a great fall and stuff. Yeah. Basically he was kind of best friends with him in an orphanage because he didn't really have any family, but he had a mother that adopted him and looked after him. And basically Humpty Dumpty was the one who got bullied a lot, but then Puss in Boots stood up for him, and that's when they become close friends. But then you could kind of tell that there were some differences with them to a certain point when they get older, because at first they just did like criminal stuff, but then Puss in Boots did something to actually become more good in the public's eye, where, you know, Humpty Dumpty kind of did more bad things to be more bad in the public's eye. So then that's what was kind of splitting them. So when it gets to a point where Humpty Dumpty is going to do a robbery, he kind of sets up where he kind of forces Puss in Boots to be a part of it, and that kind of ruins his reputation. And you know, the mother who adopted him just looks down on him and stuff, so he kind of leaves afterwards. And then there's modern day where, you know, he's just wanted, he's on the run and stuff. And he does what he can he does what he can, you know, to get by. And I kind of skipped a part of the story where with I think the bean for the beanstalk, like that kind of thing, Jack and the Beanstalk. Basically, that's kind of the story that they do for this movie. And basically, Jack and Jill has those beans, and that's when he basically reunites with like his old friend when he's trying to get him. Because there's this cat lady who he doesn't know who's a lady at the time, who he kind of fights against to get the beans, and then you actually end up having a little fight dance, and then, you know, Puss in Boots literally hits her with a guitar, and he didn't know it was a woman, so he kind of he feels bad about it until the point where he finds out that Humpty Dumpty and her are like working together, and after what happened in the past, he doesn't really want to work with him. But it gets to a point where he kind of just goes along with it, so they all work together. They basically get the beans from Jack and Jill, and then that's when they go to the beanstalk, and it's kind of cool how it grows just by sending a little word to it, and it just goes like yeah. And that's when because basically I guess the giant's basically dead, but the guard dog's still there, and if they look at it, I think they'll turn to stone or something. So they basically have to be careful, because they're trying to find this golden goose, which basically drops golden eggs. But we don't really find out like basically his whole plan until a certain point in the movie, after they've basically escaped. Because basically it seems like what they did was to help the town, give them golden eggs and, you know, basically help the town. But instead he was kind of setting up Puss in Boots to be the reason why basically the mother goose comes and basically evades the town, so it kind of makes Puss in Boots look bad and blames it all on him, and then he ends up in prison. But then he eventually gets out from the help of someone, and then that's when he tries to stop the goose and find the little goose. But then Jack and Jill kind of gets involved, and he has to take on them, and we actually find out that he's like Jack and Jill's been working with Humpty Dumpty, so it was all a setup basically. and I don't know if they was gonna get paid with the golden eggs or something. Yeah. But everything just goes to hell, and it gets to a point where, Puss in Boots kind of convinces him that it's kind of bad for what he's doing to his hometown, even though like his hometown treated him like crap, but not all of them. Like the mother, like she did so much for him, adopting him and stuff, and then this is what he does, and then he feels bad for that, so he decides to help Puss in Boots stop the Mother Goose from destroying the town and finding the kid. I mean, it gets to a point where they get to like the bridge from the first time they kind of left each other. That's when Humpty Dumpty is basically gonna have a great fall, and then that's when he basically, can you say he dies? I mean, he goes to Beanstorm Heaven or something. I don't know. I don't even know what to say with that ending. But yeah, just that last scene, seeing that character development with Humpty Dumpty and Puss in Boots, it was pretty good, man. Just everything with him doing the right thing in the end. Yeah. Because he wanted revenge on the town and Puss in Boots, but he realised that what he did was wrong, so he decides to do the right thing. Yeah, and then the mother gets her goose back and everything just basically works out. Puss in Boots is viewed as a hero now, so going into the sequel is going to be a hero, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. I just kind of covered the main stuff. I didn't really cover like some of the comedic moments we see and stuff. Like, yeah, I just really love what to do with this movie. The kind of vibe of the movie, being in Mexico and stuff. It was really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Not as much as probably Shrek 1 and 2, but it was pretty good. It's probably the best. Well, to a degree, I think I do enjoy it more, but I don't know. It's because of this nostalgia, so it's kind of hard to say. But as an actual movie, it is better. But yeah, definitely recommend it if you've never watched it before. But yeah, appreciate if you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.